on Truth Be Trolls.
We're going to talk about shitting your pants.
And getting abducted by aliens.
Come and take a ride.
So here we are with Lansdowne, the one and only. If you're from America, yes, we don't know who they are. But if you're from random little villages all across the UK, you might fucking love these guys. Here they are, Shaun and John. Welcome, motherfuckers.
Thanks for having us.
Great to be here.
Applause.
Oh, there it is.
We know you guys are very middle of the road and you don't ever really kind of start shit, so let's just have some fun. And I just wanted to ask you guys, like, moon landing, real or fake? I'm kidding. What do you think?
Wait. Can I say one thing?
Make an assessment.
Before we actually get to learning about Lansdowne, which I want to. I had this thought the other day about the moon landing. Oh, real quick. Did it happen or did it not happen?
I think it happened.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. You?
I think it happened.
I just think if it did happen, why didn't it ever happen ever again?
Also, very important question.
NASA funding got cut.
Weird, right? Well, we made it to the moon. That's it.
And
Good. Wrap it
NASA,
up.
NASA had that much more funding back when that happened.
You know what that is to me? That's like banging the hottest girl in high school.
That's it.
And then when you got her, that's it. I'm going to be
Done
a monk
banging.
now.
I definitely don't want to do that again.
I'm done. I don't like doing this. It's not fun.
So I hadn't thought about this until the other day. I was thinking, like how long can a submarine remain submerged with whatever oxygen it has on board? And I'm thinking, the craft that returned from the moon landing was a tiny pod, capsule, whatever. And how much oxygen would be required for 3 men to make it all the way to the moon and back? And it was like it's like an 8-day trip there and back, plus their oxygen in their suits when they got out and walked around. That's a lot of fucking oxygen.
All right. That's a wonderful observation.
Oh, come on. Think about that.
But listen, what about the fuel they were tugging along?
And the fuel.
Dude, I have flown to Hawaii via LA, via 5 little islands. The fuel involved, if everything is correct and true, is astonishing. But, these guys, like, put it in their backpacks along with their garden weasel and all their other little fucking cute tools.
And oxygen, kind of important.
All right, we gotta let fucking Lansdowne talk.
Listen, I'm sure there's 8 different scientists with 8 different explanations.
Yeah.
Who knows?
8. This
At
exactly
least 8. Yeah.
At least 8.
What's up, John?
I love America.
Yeah, you too.
I love America. I love being American.
America. Hey,
America.
let's talk about the band real quick.
Yeah.
You guys, I think it's cool, but you guys seem to work magically in like overseas, in Europe especially. UK is your bread and butter. What's that like, guys? Like, that's I was telling John earlier, that's exactly what Jimi Hendrix did. What's that? What's up with that? Isn't that a strange thing? Also very cool, in my opinion.
Did that just happen organically?
It happened, I think, primarily because we signed with a German label and they were familiar with that market. But I think, once we were over there, we also noticed there's less phones in the crowd. People are really engaged and they're really passionate about rock music. So I think it's a natural fit for us. They're incredible fans.
It was actually surprising, like, how many people have been, like, waiting for us to come for, like, I don't want to age the band here, but we've been doing it for a minute here. And they were like, I can't believe you guys have finally come here. I've been waiting since I heard Blue Collar Revolver for you guys to come here. And then I saw you guys on a flyer somewhere, and I was like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
How do they know?
They've just been fans for that long. We've just had these people out there we never knew.
I mean, I know you guys, and I know that, One Shot is a pretty big song with a lot of views on YouTube and whatever, but I mean, you guys are headlining a tour in Europe. That's kind of fucked up for a bunch of dudes from New England,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think like John said, it was just, even when we got the email from the label in Germany, it was kind of like, I was just looking at our old Gmail that nobody checks, by the way. Nobody looks at that thing. And for some reason, I was just like, I'm just going to go through this. And I find this email from a guy named Nils being like, yeah, we just looked at your Spotify, we want to sign you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, this is one of those stupid fucking things. And I look up the label.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, this like has like a 10% chance of being real.
By the way, me and Shaun are in a business together, and sometimes we'll get these same stupid emails, and we'll send them to each other like, and it's a clown show. But
Yeah,
this one worked.
We got on a call with him and it was like, okay, wait a minute, this is kind of like legitimate. Next thing you know, we're flying to Hamburg, Germany to sit at the table with AFM Records and sign some papers.
Was this recently? Like
This was
A couple of years ago.
a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
probably
long.
three years ago.
Were you
When
guys
did the band
signed,
start? It was
2006.
Yeah, that's different.
were you signed
That's
to
cool.
an American label before?
No, we'd always like been viciously independent and kind of carved our own way. And we were, we were lucky enough to get songs on the radio, tour with some bigger acts, Puddle of Mud, Pop Evil, and kind of, tour all through the U.S. that way, playing great shows. We
On
had
your
it
on your own.
on our own, yeah.
That's the magic of where they're at right now, which is, I'm telling you, there's some kind of strange thing going on. They've been a band forever. They signed to a label overseas. Yeah, all that's true, but they started writing a certain type of song that started catching fire. Like, I'm telling you, I kind of laugh, and I've told them all, they're not doing shit. They're just like, yeah, let's put this song out. Yeah, let's go do it. I mean, that's my dude. I know that I'm talking shit by saying that, but I'm close enough to say you guys are not working like some of these cats we all know,
Well,
and you're reaping better rewards.
Well, I think it stems from us doing those things at one point, though. You know what I mean? We were like all like anyone can when they're in their 20s. Now we're, kind of in our mid 30s and early 40s, and we have other responsibilities. So it's hard to be full gas all the time.
We also try sometimes to do those things and fuck them up horribly. So
We were talking earlier about that. It's like I told John, I said, I think there's some magic in the, what did you call it? No fucks we're no fucks given.
Yeah.
I think there's magic. I'm telling you.
Well, sometimes that's the thing that takes off is when you don't care about it at all.
Let everybody listening know that, because I've witnessed it. I've made enough records. This dude makes records for hundreds of records. The bands that try the hardest and have this weird plan where everything's meticulous and takes forever, they end up eating the giant dick of life.
Yeah. Well, I do believe like 80% of the value comes from just doing the effort. So if you're always holding yourself back from not doing something because something's just not perfect, it's not aligned, it's like if you have to follow the plan, you're probably going to fall behind, because just getting it out there and just doing it is probably 80% of the battle. And when you stop that momentum from just doing that and letting a few things slide, letting a few things be not part of the plan, then you're fall behind, because you're just trying so hard to make everything right that someone has already fucked up 10 times and jumped ahead of you.
Yeah, it's like any startup, right? Like you wait until it's perfect, you're never going to fucking launch. So launch it broken, get some feedback, make it a little better, iterate, and you get to where you're going.
I actually think part of the success going on is the whole startup thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Both you guys do startup shit, but you've stopped being in a rock band where you're dopey dudes drinking in the back of the van, and you started being like, hey, our business plan is fucked. Yeah. That could be like a little bit of it, but you're both versed in that, and so is your drummer, for fuck's sake, like really versed.
Yeah. It definitely, you got to have that, either have that person inside of your band or have a team of people around you that have that. There's no doubt about that, especially in music this day and age. Like, you cannot just be someone with a ton of talent. Like, that's not all that cuts it anymore. That's sad.
No,
it's sad, but
I don't think it's
not
sad.
the truth.
I think it's important. It's and also I'll bring this up, and then I want to jump out, but we actually did Shiprock together, and I was filming for these guys, and we were on the ship, and they were doing shows. But one thing that was ultra important to the band, which is important to everybody right now, is everybody's taking the show serious. Everybody's working on the lights. Everybody's got their click and their backing tracks. Everybody's got their videos synced up. This is all part of the thing, and you guys are doing that, and you have to fucking travel with that. Like Frank's old school. Frank toured Europe before, and he did none of this shit. I don't think there was a fucking click track in the whole country when he was touring. So like, how do you navigate that shit? Now you got to manage all bullshit while you're just going there to play fucking music, dude.
Yeah,
it's definitely a different experience having to make sure all of that goes right. Then
Do you guys have an engineer or sound guy that goes with you that takes care of the technical side?
yeah, we do. You have to.
Yeah, it's called Josh, the guitar player.
no, we would like Josh to do as little of that as possible.
Yeah, you should.
He's better off just playing guitar.
And that's what he wants to do.
Careful, don't say his name 3 times. He'll creep from underneath the desk over there.
No, we have tour manager, front of house, back of house, folks that help. So super, super helpful. I mean, takes all the stress off us, and we appreciate them.
Yeah, but you guys are the new. You're going for the new thing, like the trifecta of the lights got to be dope, the sound's got to be dope with backings, the video board's got to be dope, like all this shit, and that's on top of a show being good. If the show's no good and the songs are no good, you're fucked.
You got a light guy too.
He's more important,
sometimes.
isn't he?
It depends on the day. yeah. Sometimes we do.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's such a big part of live now is making sure that it's an experience. Because there's the barrier of entry to do it is now lowered, which is great. So a lot of people have more access, but that means people are seeing a lot of the same show, a lot of the same things. So you really have to have something that makes it an experience that people want to come to and come back to,
Yeah, in real life is becoming ever more important too, with like talking about the dead internet with AI making AI. Like I think people will continue to come back to that in-person experience, and that's where we shine. So
100%.
Yeah.
We've been seeing that with younger generations too. Like his kid, and is Frankie is how old now?
He's 15 now.
There's this whole new wave of kids that age that are way interested in the live performance. They could care, and classic music. Classic music, like they're not even paying attention to the AI shit. It's like just it's skipping right over that generation, and they're so much more fascinated by real musicians that are getting up there and performing. And
it's funny with all these legacy tours in rock that are starting to happen with like Creed and Deftones, and you'd think you would go to those shows and just be seeing a bunch of 40 and 50-year-old people at these shows, but it's not. It's people like 15, 16, and you're like, where are these people coming from for these bands that have been around for 30 years?
Those are the kids of your fans.
Yeah.
And
for the Deftones, it's sex rock, so that whole slut generation is fucking down. That's literally where the Deftones get their. Hey man, Deftones have been one of my favorites forever, but it's like what the kids call sex rock. Sex rock's pretty dope. I like sex rock in the 70s. It was different, man.
Well, to your point, it's funny to say like our parents were like showing us, like Led Zeppelin and
that was sex rock, bro. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
And now the parents are showing them Creed and
that's not sex rock. That's anti-boner rock. Get out of here with Creed.
Yeah, that's Creed. That's no sex before marriage rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just what I noticed. I was in Manchester, New Hampshire when they played, and this place was just humming with like 16 to 25-year-olds, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I actually take it back. I have no hate for Creed. It's a little weird because I don't like it, but damn, their message and the way they connect is the fucking shit. They do it correctly. Wouldn't you like to be a Scott Stappish type of dude?
I have PTSD from Scott Stapp.
Yeah, he had a moment. He's doing better now.
A little bit. I mean, it still hurts a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're working through it. Twice a week therapy. No, we played with those guys a while ago, and I just still remember. I think it was Xfinity in Hartford.
Yep.
And fucking Stapp's coming out, and there's pyro coming, and now he doesn't have a shirt on, so I've got like fire and nipples, and it's just
Bro, this sounds like your fucking dream come true,
got-
and it wasn't you.
Did you
Is this jealousy?
Passed out.
this is not jealousy. This is a fear.
It's almost the same.
Yeah, it was hard to.
Wait, what was hard?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I
All
remember
the tears.
being a drunk 20-nothing-year-old walking backstage into like Creed's area. And Mark Tremonti's like, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, hey, what's up? And Paul Geary come and be like, get the fuck out of here.
Paul said that to you?
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing back here? Get the fuck out of here.
I'll tell you what, if Paul talks to you like that, you are a piece of shit. Get out.
Well, I was the fucking...
I remember him being very nice.
I was the opening band guitar guy, drunk when I was not supposed to be.
You didn't say drunk. That all right. I love the segue. Best rock and roll story. And if it's fucked up, I'll cut it.
I'm absolutely not telling any of those stories.
Oh, you're such a fucking guy. I'm not telling mine either.
Yeah, so we've got little ears out there now that may or may not hear this.
Wait, you can't say something cool like you met someone that wasn't a fucking turtle or something?
I think most of our stories are like, we're lucky that there weren't iPhones when we first started touring. We have been not well behaved.
Well, I want to hear some of those stories because no one can prove it.
Yeah.
Well,
So there I was with Scott backstage. And he still had his shirt off. It was
one of my favorites has to be when we were on tour with Puddle of Mud. We were playing. We were playing a radio festival in Peoria, Illinois, and the backstage to the festival was like the men's bathroom. The backstage of the stage was the men's bathroom, and I remember Wes Scantlin and all his Wesness was like, "Hey," it was me and our bass player Mike, and he's like, "Hey, come back here, pray with me, guys, pray with me." And there's a great photo. He has me, Mike, and Andy, formerly from Prospect Hill, who was our guitar tech on that tour, and he has us all. There's a photo of it. We're just arm in arm, and he's like, "Dear Lord,
Oh my God!
give me the strength to go out there and rock these motherfuckers and
What
melt
year?
the faces, dude."
What year?
he tried to reintroduce himself every single night. He's blackout by the end of the night. He was really fun. But he's like, "Hey guys, so glad you're here. My name's Wes." Like, we have been out with you for 3 fucking weeks.
I look at him as like he was like he just made the cutoff. He's like in the last era of like true rock star. And that he's the last one that can be that way.
My band also toured with those fucking clowns. The show had happened and their bus was right there and our trailer and all of our shit was right here and we were loading out. It was just like, "Oh, got any weed, got any drinks," or whatever. He's hanging out of his fucking bus. And someone walks by and Wes is like, "Yeah, keep walking, loser," or whatever. And the dude starts a fight, which turns into us being in a fight, which turns into everybody but fucking Wes leaning out of a window. I was just like, this guy is everything everyone says he is.
Yep.
He's a fucking bag of farts.
I have so many great Wes. He came up to us. He's like, "Some people wake and bake. I blink and drink," with a bottle of Jack Honey just always glued to his hand every time I saw him on that tour.
Let's be honest. Why are we talking about that guy?
No, I have one story that was actually on the other side of the spectrum.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, a good story.
Sweet.
The kindest band I think we've ever met is Hailstorm. And we were just starting to tour the U.S. and we were out with them in Adelitas. And after the show, they took us to fucking breakfast. Like, we didn't get out of there until 4, but they were like, "Hey, do you want to come with us?" They were in an RV. It's like, "Yeah, ride with us. We're going to go to breakfast." And they were genuinely the kindest people. So, I mean, that really...
I agree.
Where are they from?
I don't know where they're from.
Oh, yeah.
I worked with Hailstorm too, with Mr. Carey at AAF. We did some dumb skits, and they were just the fucking coolest, dude.
They're so nice.
And agreeable to our nonsense, which was magical. Anyways, what else? You guys, this is really your level of rock and roll stories.
No, there's other stories, but these are the good ones that we can say.
Who has the liveliest crowds?
Germany. Glasgow.
Yeah. Have you guys done Asia at all?
No Asia yet.
No,
Not yet.
That's on the list, though.
Yeah.
Australia?
Australia actually has a lot of Lansdowne fans, so
That's
It
probably
could
nice.
happen.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking flight, though.
them in Brazil. I don't know where the fuck these countries, like
Brazil.
big countries for sure, but like strange that it's like this pocket. That
Well, what's
pocket.
that band that? So I heard this about that band Aranda. Do you remember them?
No.
That they just stopped touring the U.S. because they can go and play in Brazil, and have like live off
So
live
a lot
off
of bands
just
like
playing
that.
in Brazil, and they
I respect that.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking dope.
Yeah,
There's a
no,
lot
I
of
do
that in the
too.
world right now.
Yeah, no, I think it's the chemistry of your songwriting, and you also record it. You're the engineer, right?
Yep. For the
So
new
I mean, there's a
stuff.
level of confidence that you can go into as well, knowing that you're, you know what I mean, it's hot off the presses for you. You hear
Yeah.
it. You guys get to sit in the room and you get to actually, you know, spend the time inside of the mix instead of worrying that somebody else is taking charge. And not that you can't work with people, you know, producers, there's tons of producers out there, but when you have the ability to get it to sound the way you want, and you're just like, all right, you know what, I feel really good about this.
There's
You know?
definitely way more flexibility when you're not on someone else's, hey, you only have this much time on my clock
Sure.
to get things right, you know? And
Well, you kind of are. Shaun is notorious for staying up round the clock working on his stuff because he's got a lot to do in his world, and then he will round the clock on a Lansdowne thing. He's like, yeah, I got another song coming. I was like, you what? But that's a lot of work. That's what they do. Yeah, he works hard, but at the same time, I'm telling you, no fucks given. There's a lot of fucks given, but
in a non-fucks given way.
Ben has a really important question that he's asked every batch of rock stars that's ever come on here. In fact, every guest.
Yeah, I do.
okay.
He's going to tell you.
Oh, Ben. Ben wants to know, you guys ever shit yourself on stage?
Where's our drummer? I think our drummer could answer.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But what about you all?
Or come close.
Well, there was one time we were playing this place called Fat Patties.
Yep. Enough said.
And
Is that Marshall
it
University?
was Marshall University.
Yeah.
Their frat, like, we became like the poster band for the frat. And we were playing this place called Fat Patties down there. And I literally, with my wireless, I was like, I got to piss. And I got off stage and I went to the bathroom and I kept playing and I took a piss.
You were playing while
well,
taking a piss?
pissing. And I went back.
That's bad.
We were
Shaun
recording.
knows right off the bat.
We were
Wait, can
recording-
he take a wild guess at the story? Because you guys mind melded and brain locked me.
I went to a different place. It was when you quit.
I didn't shit myself.
No, you didn't. But you got into the fucking van, pulled out your dick, and pissed all over the floor. And I'm sleeping in the first row.
I was
It's like,
having a dream that I was in a urinal. I was like literally leaning against.
Dude, you were having a dream that I later that night threw you out of the front seat of the van.
That wasn't
Pulled
a dream.
you out.
Wait.
Oh, man.
Wait. Did he quit or did you fire him?
He quit.
like, I
Fucking
quit.
quitter.
Why? Where were you? What town?
It was
Maryland.
West Virginia.
Oh, you're always in
No.
Maryland.
Yeah, it was not here. It was definitely mid-Atlantic, kind of getting south.
It was what's that? What Hagerstown?
Hagerstown. Oh, yeah. You fucking asshole. That was in the middle of it.
breakaways, something or other.
Is
Yeah.
this the story you were going to say?
No, that's not the story.
All right, I like it. So now we got a little resentment in the background. They'll take care of it at rehearsal in like a month. I'm just going to stick with the music because you guys don't know shit about the moon. Yeah, I want to bring Frank in too because Frank actually toured Europe back in the day. Like, you guys are going to leave in April?
April, yeah.
Yeah, like, yo, Frank, what was your experience like? I want to see if it's the same because everybody knows that Europe is a paradise of happiness right now.
No, I mean, I think that if we're gonna tie it together, going over there without any of the tracks, without any of the lights, I love that. I do. I think that if you're gonna go out there, you just bring it all. And right now, the standard is, you want that sort of experience, everything. And yeah, I mean, because we were lucky enough to just kind of get on a tour and we got to be direct support. We're playing rooms immediately that were large, and we were
Who
playing
was
like
that with? Was it Creed?
there was a Three Doors Down
Oh, yeah.
tour.
Same thing.
Yeah, and you play their capacity at that point. They're 4,000, 5,000 seaters. And we were like, okay, let's see what we can do without anything. We could just go up there and just and play. And I knew that, yeah, like you said, Glasgow, Scotland, really, really cool audience over there. We were worried though because we had their stagehand was. Just that's a troll language, like the sound of like really deep Scottish. It's just, and he had a big mustache, right? And he's just sitting there trying to talk to us. It's fucking loud, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. But I did catch him saying, "Watch out," because they like to throw piss up on stage. And I was like, "Did he say that? Did he really say that?" And he's like, "Yeah, they piss in bags." They're coming off of the soccer game, the football game, and they
don't
just
do that.
and if they don't like the band. they'll throw bags of piss on stage, and I was like, well, I think about the whole process of them actually pissing into a bag and then having to tie off.
Dude,
the
I would
bag.
fucking fight somebody.
Yeah,
Get
you
off
would.
the fucking stage.
But that was a concern, dude.
Well,
we were
looks like we
whoa.
passed the tests like at least 3 times at this point.
No piss.
No piss.
No throwing on
But I
stage.
do play all the Scotland shows in a kilt.
Yo, did you
went-
guys take a piss grenade?
No, we
All
did.
all right. That's
No, we were
good.
good.
That's
No,
good.
no, it was cool. You know, it was a Saturday night too, so everybody was out on the streets, and we were
Was
like,
it our
okay.
first time in Scotland? We did we went full Braveheart.
Hold on, I just Glasgow. If you're listening, if you throw fucking piss at me,
Ew, don't. You're just asking for it.
I will just come and love you so hard.
yeah, please, baby.
But
Make
now,
daddy dirty.
Oh God.
but now you might have a crazy Glasgow family like John wants
Right.
the piss. He wants the piss.
Then you're gonna have a lot of content and some bail money, hopefully.
Yeah, she got a little punching bag septum ring on her
He's gonna be
fucking.
like, why are you hitting me? You said you want the piss.
But when it comes to the tunes, man, I was getting to with you engineering and you guys having that chemistry. If you're gonna find a spot on the planet that your mix, your thing, what you do is engaged and people are into it and they're going for it. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't know until you put it out first, right?
Yeah.
And then it's out there and people thinking, the stigma that's attached to, oh, we're huge in Japan type of thing. You know what I mean? That would be fucking amazing. That would be, you know what I mean? That's amazing in itself. And because we have the ability to get the music to them, so you go visit them and like, we saw what we saw. It was, you know what I mean? And you see what you see. They're enjoying it on a level,
Yeah.
that they're not, distracted by anything else. They went to that show because they knew you were going to be there. And now with us, we didn't have what you guys had. You have now the momentum of you going over and headlining. We had an opportunity to direct support. So we were like, okay, we got to be able to bring
They
it.
did that too.
Huh?
They started there too.
Okay.
But it was quick.
No, exactly. So like now the regions, it's the proof is in when you show up and everybody
You
just
guys
erupts.
almost.
Yeah. If
know
you're not
what's up.
doing good in this market, there's plenty of bands and plenty of genres that don't do good in this market. So if you look at the globe, you're like, okay, I love that we're big in Brazil and we're big in Australia and we're in Scotland. That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people already there.
And if we did a lot of footwork in the U.S. and I'm not saying that it's we love being home, we love playing for our fans at home, but it was definitely great to get a new touring experience and being able to go and we love to eat our way through these places too and find all like the best, like, okay, what is the best like Bavarian food in this area in Germany? Like, we got to go to that place. Like,
They're
what is
all
it-
gonna look like Jelly Roll at the end of their careers.
The scooter game is strong too. We would scoot
the scooter
everywhere.
game, the scoots.
You guys
Yo,
try to learn
stay
the
off
language?
the fucking
Do you
scooters.
try to learn the language? Anything at all to say on stage or anything?
I tend to have this pattern where I will fall in love with a woman in a city and try to learn her language. It started with French, and then it did move to
Started
German.
with English, bro.
I've dabbled a little bit.
Wait till you go to Japan. Yeah, don't even. Just
One
stop.
step at a time for the languages.
I think I learned like how to say we are a famous American rock band in German, just in case we get into any trouble out there. I feel like that would be our get out of jail free card.
Well, for your U.S. fans, because we're talking about Europe, but you have obviously your U.S. fans.
Yeah.
They bring their own brand depending on where you are in the States.
For sure, yeah.
So that, you know what I mean? Like north, you know what I mean? Like the center of the Bible Belt is different than going
Yeah.
down south and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like if you find regions that are attracted to whatever you guys put together on tape, or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then yeah, fucking, that's just cool. That's it. That's where it should, you know what I mean? That's where it begins and it ends, I think.
That is it. And I think once America finds out that they are like the hard rock Creed or the hard rock Disturbed or like, and I know those bands think they're hard rock, but these guys write the songs that are at that level. And once America finds out, well, we'll be real friends, like not side friends. I'll be like, yo, what's up, guys? You know what I wanted to ask you guys? Like, tell me, I'm so curious because I wasn't there, even though I tried to invite myself to every tour. I'm curious about like your first tour was kind of like fucking bare bones, and you learn every step. And now is it the next one in April, the 6th?
4th or 5th?
Oh, 4th or 5th. But you're headlining. Is it the first headline?
It's a second headline.
Yeah. So
headline.
what?
Yeah.
I just want to talk. I
This will
want to
be
know
the
what that
5th.
climb is. What does that do?
I think it's nice to have the flexibility to have our production that we want as headliners. It's really tough sometimes. I mean, you might be able to relate to this, where you show up and it's like, where's the drum kit go? Right there. Where's the singer go? Right there. So I think that's nice, but it's also super humbling, and it's amazing to see, the bands that brought us out, succeed and really have those crowds. Because I mean, if they're bringing all those people out and you're exposed to them, that is a wonderful gift.
Oh, shout out to Ice 9. You see the new
Oh,
video?
fuck,
Holy
yeah.
shit,
Oh,
bro.
the Joker one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dope.
They were really good to us.
How are they doing in Europe?
They crushed.
They're crushing
They
it.
crush. Yeah.
They're awesome. They're awesome as people, awesome as musicians. I mean, the music's great, and they are like super personable people.
So with the headline tour, you said more production. So do you guys have like a plan for stage, for like visuals or beyond lights? You got some video stuff?
Yeah, so we just Glenn was scrolling Marketplace and found these like video screens.
Glenn is fabulous at spending money. He is like the trophy wife.
He's like your ex-wife. Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Yeah.
just like, what the fuck happened to my bank account? Well, we're out with the girls.
Do you guys do any covers?
We recorded a cover.
Yeah, we did "Bury Me in Georgia" by Kane Brown. Big country fans.
Yeah.
So,
But we used to play what's that Usher song?
oh, we did too. We did "Usher, You Got It Bad." This is back in the day when we were a pop punk band.
There's videos.
Oh, guys, just say you don't do covers.
No, this, somebody find the mullet that I had with my glasses. It was
That's one thing I'd
That's
love
what-
to talk
that's
about. The many shades of Lansdowne.
Oh, we could talk about that.
dude.
Oh, go look these guys up. They go the fucking gamut. From like 14-year-old dudes that were definitely jerking off the posters stapled to their walls to like cowboys, all the way to like fucking, you name it, they've done it. Bro, they did it all.
Dude, we were ahead of the times. We signed a production deal in Nashville.
That's a fucking fact. He's not bullshitting.
Yeah,
I'd be more impressed if you guys like all transitioned or something.
They did. They transitioned from rock to cowboys back to rock.
yeah.
What? That might be one of the lines we cut.
Shaun, you're 2 for 2, buddy. 2 for 2.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this time around, you guys are gonna get a real nice bus, right?
I think we're actually.
They set you guys up. They set you up with a nice bus.
Well, we had the big bus last time, but we were taking like all the support bands inside of there with us. I think we might separate from there and go back down. Well, two reasons too, because the
Explain
first
to
tour,
the viewer, in Europe, they're double-deckers.
they are double decker, so you can fit a lot of people, and you can have 2 lounges. So
Yeah. All the bunks are on the second floor. Your kitchen and main lounge are on the first floor. But I think also too, once you experience a tour bus, at least a couple times, the mystique disappears, because after a couple of weeks, you want to fucking kill everybody and it stinks and everything
But
else.
you also learn, I'm not sitting here. I need this to happen. Like, just like when you go on a cruise or a flight, you're like, no, I'm not fucking playing that game. So you only learn that after like 2, maybe 3 times on that bus. You're like, no, fuck no.
Yeah.
This is my bus now, bitch.
Yeah, I'm fine with something smaller. I think that, I mean, it really depends on the length of the drives. I mean, if you don't have a lot of overnights, it's not a huge deal. But like, people see from the outside, like, oh my God, it's a tour bus, it's this and that. It's not that glamorous. It's a bunch of fucking smelly dudes and a bunch of other smelly dudes trying to figure out where to put their shoes.
and you're still laying in a coffin.
Yeah.
It's 85% absolute shit. 10%. All right, let's get ready. Let's do this, and it's 5%. Oh my fucking God!
After laying in the nicest bus bunk there was, I'd still take my old van seat any day of the week.
Dude, my bed
Absolutely.
at home, dope. Don't tell me about your bunk. My bed at home is fucking
I love being in a van. I also
van.
Yeah, I loved being in a van. Sleeping in a van seat is super comfortable.
Yeah, maybe it's a hot take. Van seat greater than bus bunk any day.
And now that you've resolved your breathing issues,
no, stop it. Stop it.
Sleeping
you
in
guys
the van
go to
seat.
Europe now and go suck that van dick. Let's see you do it. I bet you fucking don't.
Well, we were in like the minibus on the Ice 9 Kills tour, and so the thing with the big bus is you have set places that you're going. You arrive at the venue, you go to some truck stop, you go to the venue, and that's it.
Yeah.
You have no ability to go exploring. With the smaller thing, it's a little less set in stone. It's like, we could go to the truck stop, or do we just take a little detour into...
Yeah, but you understand you don't get to do that until you sell the records that allow you to do that. And then, like, just imagine, like, let me paint a picture. You're Duff McKagan, and you do not want to go directly to the venue. You want to go climb the fucking Swiss Alps. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You're Duff McKagan. They're going to bring you there, but... I love you all dearly, but y'all is fucking Lansdowne, and you're on your 4th tour. When we get to number 8, though, somebody
then we can go to the Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
If we get to number 8, we better be at least climbing the Sun Mountains.
Hey, I want to go in April. I will gladly let you pay. I'll bring my family. They want to see Europe, too.
Man, this is so good. Tell me more.
What do you guys think? Frank, where are we at with this fucking wild conversation? It's not bad.
I love it.
I love it. Because there's, it's music, and we already brought up the moon. So
we didn't get any solid answers, though.
No, we didn't.
What was your favorite country, Frank?
You know what? I thought we didn't have much. Well, I mean, we didn't have many days off on that one. There was a day off in Amsterdam. So
classic.
It was made up, perfectly. I was like 7 a.m. I got up and I was all dressed and ready, like I was going to Washington D.C. on a patrol fucking trip from 5th grade. And I was ready to go do anything that I could buy over there. I was like, I'm just gonna just go Cheech and Chong on this. And so if I had a good time, I had a good time there. Switzerland, that's nice over there. We had good times over there. And I don't know. It's more of a blur on that first one, and I think that at the end of the day and stuff, the one thing that I'll take away, you guys know too, is that freaking people are just way more into it over there. It's just very obvious, and I'm not saying anything about the U.S. U.S. is cool, but over there they're just way more into what they're going to go do. So they go do it. That's what they're doing that night. They're not going to the place to do something else. They're going there because they specifically wanted to go see the fucking band, or they wanted to go see live music. Mm-hmm. I mean, so like, I'm going to go see live music. So every fucking place was cool over there because we were a delicacy. We're foreign.
Yeah.
You make a good point, though, about it being a blur. I think some people don't realize, like, unless you've done it, it's a bus and a venue and a bus and a venue. And you don't really know, like, where the fuck am I sometimes? And you don't get to do a lot of stuff. So you see the world, but you don't see much of the world.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Tony Waltham, and we were in Switzerland, and we played another room that was sold out thanks to those guys. Those guys are like, we had an acoustic act that opened before us, and must have sounded wild after that, and then they came on. And I remember going to use the phone that had used the calling card. It was like, how do we do this? You got to dial it in. He was like, scratch that off. Is that it? And he was standing there where I was using the phone first, and the Alps are in the background. You can see him.
It's dope.
It was wild. But the conversation that we had was, he's like, so this is it. Like, we're just, we're going to go tomorrow. Tonight we're going to go to the bus, fall asleep, then wake up tomorrow. Then we got to shower, and then we got to go sound check.
He hit me up. He hit me up one day. He's like, I'm in Lake Como, whatever they say in Italy. He's like, we're buying a fucking house here. We're gonna put a studio. And I was like, and he sent a post. I'm like, oh, what?
But here's the thing, though, and I said, Tony, if you hear this or listen to this one, it wasn't him down talking it, but it puts it in perspective. You know, that's what that's what it is.
You should uproot and move to these amazing places.
No, of course, no. But you know, the blur part of it. You know, you want to, I guess. And then there's times probably where you're able to absorb it. Then there's times where you're so good at it probably that you just wasted the whole time. So now it's a different kind of blur. And then you got to come back from that and you're like, oh shit, I should have fucking paid attention. And then maybe later on in your life, you start getting artsy and shit, start taking a fucking, you know, like a different look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, I'm going to go over and do yoga before the gig. You know what I mean? And like, this is for anybody who's going to leave their comfort. You guys are talking about your bed at home is the best, or your toilet at home is the best. Yeah, of course. You know, it's not normal being away from your, it's not. When you're out on the road and it's dangerous, it's not, your stuff really. But
it's absolute, to what you're saying, it's absolutely different touring now than it was like back when we were like 20s.
Sure.
Like there was no place I'd rather be than in that van seat when I was 20. But now sometimes, like you said, you get up after that show and you're looking at that little tiny bunk coffin that you got to go in and you're like, I could really use my fucking bed right now.
Right, for recovery, to be able to rehab yourself,
I call it Groundhog Day. Oh my God, every day was the same.
We fought a lot early days.
Yeah, I
Hated
could
each
tell.
other.
I could tell, honestly. I'm not playing, I could tell.
No, absolutely. But
From your socials and the videos you guys put on, I could tell you guys were like fighters.
Yeah, no, but now we're all like genuinely close. We like spending time with each other, and it's nice. I think the thing that it is Groundhog's Day, but the thing that does change is like the fans are a little bit different in each market, and every single one of them has a cool story. And I actually really like this part of the journey because we have so much room to grow, right? So we're not big enough where we can't come out front after a show, right? We're still in that nice pocket of intimacy, and the things that we hear from people in general about their own lives, about our music, like whatever. That is really fucking fun. Like,
that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys talk about really missing your beds. You know what I would miss? A familiar toilet.
Yeah, man.
Well,
I'm a home pooper.
You can't poop on the bus either.
Breaks.
I know you can't poop on the bus, but
And-
like venue bathrooms, got to be even absolute nightmares sometimes.
For sure, especially for rock venues. There are actually some really, really nice mid-sized venues in
Harlem,
Europe too.
dude. Harlem.
The Patronato in Harlem comes to mind for sure.
If you have like a really nice dressing room, you usually have one bathroom for the dressing room. So if you're the guy, if you're me in the band, a minimum 20-minute poop.
Yeah.
All right, let's take his concept and branch out. Let's talk riders. What is on y'all's rider? And there better be like a fucking hand towel for when you poop. Otherwise, Ben will not be happy.
There are
wipes.
hand towels on. I don't know if they're for wiping our ass, but there are hand towels on there.
Wet wipes.
Let's talk riders, John. What's up with you? You're the singer. You should have no brown M&Ms. What's up?
I'm not excited about our riders because we ask for. I mean, I like protein and cleaner foods, and they will just bring. Not that. It's like here's some fucking.
It's automatically cleaner over there, though.
It's definitely cleaner.
It is.
But like
John, your time is now, bro. Like you're hitting this headline and shit. Your time is now. You're setting a precedent, bro. When you head over to Europe next time, you need to be a David Lee Roth style motherfucker. Like, listen. I look at my physique. I don't fuck around. I don't want a single food made in America in my dressing room.
He just wants just a pile of creatine.
Just want creatine and
Blowing
some extra
lines of
toilet
creatine.
paper. But you feel me? Like now's your time, dude. It's time to step up and make that happen.
I just want some grass-fed beet sticks. Is that like too much to ask?
Wait,
just
beet sticks?
Beef sticks. I'll take some beet sticks too, but
beef sticks.
Beef sticks. Grass-fed
Oh,
beef
it's
sticks.
weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't give a fuck. These guys don't eat like that.
Right.
You don't give a fuck.
No, I mean they bring out fucking. They put like some ham, cheese, and fucking bread out there, and we're just like,
that's good for you. But listen, I'm not trying to make waves, but you guys are really gonna fucking step up on this rider. I'm going with you. I need you to take care of me.
Need the two Jamesons.
Just give me some grass-fed beef sticks, some Greek yogurt, and some fruit, I should be all right.
Well, that is one thing out there. There's none of these. There's no seltzers. It's only beer.
I don't drink beer.
You can have hard
That's
liquor
so
or you can have
disappointing.
beer.
Listen, hey, I'm not saying anything about seltzer. Like, hey, I drink these seltzers, but I can't
That makes me
drink
not
a
trust
beer,
seltzer.
dude. I can't do it.
That is your choice. Hard liquor, beer, or whatever those fucking kiddie drinks are at that place. What's that place with
Where the fuck have you been hanging out?
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm coming. Not literally. I'm coming on tour,
Okay.
and I need a nice bunk. I'm a travel weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you sound really low maintenance. Tell me more.
Oh, I'm gonna do a lot though. And the reality is, I would never turn my camera off. It would be so fucking annoying. That's cool too.
As long as it's in the contract that we have editing rights, you can record. What you
Oh,
want.
there isn't a rock star's dick on earth I want to show to the public without them being like, yeah, show that.
We should probably awkwardly plug the new single and the new record.
Yeah. So the new song is called "Burn It Down." It is one of the few songs that we have written not about my life. This one is a Glenn
Let's
special.
be clear. This is not about John.
This is not about John.
We're going to be crystal clear.
This is not about John. This is about Glenn's life. Some really personal stuff, and you know, we were very much inspired by it. We started this song so many years ago, like well over a decade ago, and then it resurfaced, and we finished it.
It's kind of funny that people can find old versions of it in YouTube.
Yeah, no, but it's
Really?
about walking away from a destructive situation where someone has basically given up on a relationship, and you are done fighting for it. But you're also reflecting on the fact that like someone burnt down a home that you built, right? So why build a home just to burn it down? And then by the end of the song, you're just in this acceptance mode where it's like, all right, dude, fuck off. Like, I'm good. So there's a lot of freedom and acceptance and letting go. And, you know, we talk about like sometimes the way forward is through the wreckage, right? So like that's this song.
We are like, you know, having fun with like coming full circle. You know, we've experimented with a lot of different sounds and things, you know, since we've been putting out singles and stuff, but this is kind of like a modern resurgence of what people loved about us from our record, Blue Collar Revolver. And so sonically, I think people can expect that kind of sound. And people have been kind of recognizing that with comments and stuff like this sounds like, you know, the evolution of Blue Collar Revolver. So it's cool to be kind of back in that mode and kind of give people a sense of familiarity, but also kind of give it an evolved sonic presence, if you will.
I told him earlier, I said, this sounds like Lansdowne in the future. Or like, this sounds like you guys, just different. Because I think that when you put this song in your set, it just is another one of those, yeah. Like, that's just my thought. I think it works for the band. I think it works for the brand. I think a lot of things about you
I
guys.
really want to come on tour. I'm just feeling that just keep stroking.
Well,
If we're going to Japan, I'm your man.
I would love to go to Japan.
Every time I hear somebody say burn it down or whatever, I almost burn that house down right there. So it's kind of a...
You literally just
trigger.
almost burned it down?
Dude, I was like 6 years old, and my grandmother, she's Peruvian, she's like 99 years old, and she, back then, she was taking care of us, and she would smoke cigarettes every once in a while, but she loved leaving the flame about this high, so she would not have to bend her down like that. She would just leave it out, like straight out, and and she'd get that thing cherry red, right? So I was like, okay, knowing this, I went under the bed. I was trying to look for something in the den. She had her bed in the den. She was taking care of my brother and I, right? And I was like, I can't see under here. And then I went. I was like, well, you know, I should get the lighter. I'm going to get the lighter, right? So I went to grab the lighter out of her purse, and I went in, and I crawled under the bed, and I fired up. Now, that flame was full blast, and it hit that sort of like weird paper that's
like
on
lighting
the,
somebody's
sweater.
the
The
box spring,
bullshit on
of
Yeah,
the
the
bed.
human dust.
Dude, I was like,
You're lucky you got out from under the bed alive.
dude, I got out, I closed the door, kind of like, no, oh no. That's what she fucking told me. I don't remember. I blocked it out. But I'm not trying to take away from your song. I'm at,
No, I think that was very important. And frankly, I want you to know that we're here for you. You're working through this still, and like
I got it. I got it out.
Yeah, that's good. That's
And
the first
now
step.
I feel better
First
too.
step,
I
first
feel better
step.
about your song. I feel better about my
Give it to him.
situation.
Let's give him
Song's
a
actually
soft
about-
clap. Soft clap.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song's actually about Frank's experience through John's eyes.
And that's the thing, dude.
I am actually channeling the grandmother.
You are.
Oh,
Yeah, you.
fuck Frank. I'm with Nona.
This song has so much resentment in it, Frank, and
Yeah.
I feel better that we're talking about it.
Maybe something cool to end on is this also goes full circle back with Frank being here and us to one of the first shows we ever played as Lansdowne was this Bon Jovi Battle of the Bands where you could win a slot on the Bon Jovi show, and you guys
Oh shit!
and you guys played that too. We were on the same thing to win that.
Wait a second. Was that?
We did not
Was
win.
that in Rhode Island?
That was in Rhode Island.
It was in Rhode Island.
Frank
Dude,
never
are you
forgets.
kidding me?
Who won?
We didn't.
It was actually some band that made the least sense.
Wait.
Wait.
Was it Elko Drive? Was
No.
it? It wasn't them.
It started with a C.
Okay, only because
They
dude,
were like
Mike
a-
Golars was the singer of that band, and dude, if you're listening, if you ever see this shit, you're the fucking man. You know that. You know I mean that from fucking day one. Me and my brother. But yeah, I thought it was Elko Drive that won. Really?
It was something with a C, and they were like a Dave Matthews jam band, and I was like,
Look at here he goes.
It began with a. Are you sure?
no, and now I'm gonna feel terrible
thought it
that I
began
can't
with a C.
remember the name of the band because I know them.
Who judged it?
I don't remember,
like
but
who would have picked?
awful people.
I don't remember.
No, but it was kind of. Was it kind of outside? Was it outdoors?
out-
It was
Yeah, it was like a
outdoors. Yeah, we played
pavilion
it
style.
outdoor,
yeah,
like
yeah. Oh, I
pavilion
know,
thing.
dude. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
See, I thought they won it. That's why I was like,
Nah.
That's funny. My band also played a fucking battle of the bands with his band.
But you guys definitely won, though.
Yeah.
They pulled up in a school bus.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
I've
my
heard
brother
this
and I
story.
were outside. We just kind of saw them pull up. My brother's just like,
Short?
Oh,
a
man.
short one?
No, big
dude.
one.
A big
Everybody was
one.
hammered.
With
and
rowdy
everybody was on
dudes.
drugs and fucking and drinking when we pulled up.
Yeah,
it was wild.
a place in Weymouth. It was this like big dude, and it was like a big place too. It was like the stage was huge. Then there was another section where just like all darts and pool tables, but that side was huge too. I don't know, man. Rent on commercial property must have been so fucking low back then. Just selling booze and just freaking being able to survive in this goddamn economy. But it was one of those big places, and yeah, it was like a fucking battle of the bands. Let's go. And I was like, holy shit. And we still weren't fucking cool like we are now, bros. That wasn't like that back then. It was definitely like battle of the bands. It's a battle.
Yeah, but the fact that neither one of you guys got like one makes me think that that Bon Jovi had somebody in the crew that was judging to make sure that they picked somebody that wouldn't fucking be too good.
Yeah.
oh man.
We went
I
full
think
on.
If John Bon Jovi ever thought about any of us, I would be shocked.